wanna go? You guys remember Crash Bandicoot, man? Who wanna go? Crash Bandicoot whenever you get that power up. Hell yeah. Hi Thumos, guys. Welcome back. Hope you're doing amazing. We're about to spark up this incense and go in. Let's go. All right. So, by the way, saying Om is every vowel. A, E, I, O, U, sometimes Y. That's the language of the universe, man. Say Om. You really feel it down here. Get that king energy. Om. Om, the order of monks. Anyways, we're going in. We got the incense lit. Listen, man. Yesterday I said, send me your biggest problem. And I'm telling you what, I want to wring some of your necks. Like this. I want to take my hands and right? Some of you are so concerned with women. By the way, I know you want to wring my neck too. Okay? I know we can't because we're on the internet. And we get pissed at each other. I'm sure you get pissed at me. Sometimes you smash that dislike. You're like, fuck this guy. Right? But that's life. We're men. That happens. We do that kind of stuff. We get angry. We get frustrated. But it's okay. Helps us figure things out. But I'm telling you, you guys, a big thing is like, I can't get laid. I can't get a woman. I'm telling you, bro, listen. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. A woman will eat you alive. She'll devour you. If you're not mentally sharp, okay, if you're not like developed and like feeling good in your life, like you're on your mission, man. Like you're waking up, you're not complaining, you take full responsibility for your life. You're making money, you're working on something, you got like value, you're feeling strong, you're feeling good, confident. Dude, a woman, if you don't have those things, a woman's gonna eat you alive. Okay? And I'm telling you, you're expecting something like you deserve it. And we got to get over that mentality. You don't deserve anything, man. You don't deserve anything. And let's just start here. You have to take full responsibility for your life. You may have heard that before. Okay, but what does it mean? It means this. It means that you can't complain about anything. If you're broke, you don't get to complain. It's your fault. Like if you're having a brain fart, it's your fault. Okay, on camera. If you're stuttering, you're embarrassing the shit out of yourself, it's your fault. You get in a car accident, your fault. Everything's your fault. Anything that you don't like is your fault. Okay? And so there's two ways to handle it. You either handle it, you fix it up, or you be stoic and realize that you can't fix it. There's no use complaining. And if you complain at all, then you're not taking full responsibility. It's a yes or no question. So if you complain in your life, you do not take full responsibility. Okay? And that's celebrated these days. Is to be weak, to play victimhood. You see it everywhere, man. We celebrate weird shit. We don't celebrate strength. We don't celebrate it. We have banners. We celebrate the victims, the outcasts. We don't celebrate strength, what unites a nation, what builds a nation. We don't celebrate stoicism. We celebrate hedonism. Okay? And so let me tell you, first off, a woman will devour you if you don't have your feet planted on solid ground. And you're going to have to realize that, man. Okay? And so let me tell you this. Many of you have heard the story of Jack and the Beanstalk, have you not? I don't know what they teach you in Australia, but Jack and the Beanstalk, pretty common in the U.S. So you have these magic beans that Jackie boy gets from the market. Beautiful magic beans. He goes there with the last coinage. And at the market, you got this man. He's like, Jack, I got some magic beans. And Jack's like, all right, tell me about them. He's like, well, these beans are going to provide immense wealth and power for you. And Jack's like, all right, that sounds pretty good. Here. So he gives him the coins. And he comes back home he says, Mom, look, I got some magic beans. I got a handful of beans. And his mom's like, you fool. You bought beans with our last money? Jack's like, oh, shit. Messed up here. So he goes to bed, and his mom throws him out the window. When he wakes up, there's a giant beanstalk. Huge, right? It's got these vines all over. It's got the leaves coming out. And he decides, all right, I'm going to set out on this adventure. I'm going to climb this bad boy, see what's on top. He goes on top. You guys know how the story goes. He finds a harp. He finds a goose that lays golden eggs. And he finds a beautiful princess. Okay. He also finds a giant that's up there. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman or something like that. And I believe he kills the giant. And he gets these things. He gets the harp, he gets the egg, he gets the princess. This is the hero's journey, man. I love this story. It's so simple, so short, but it's the hero's journey. Starts from nothing. Goes to the market, meets his mentor. Gets the beans, goes back home, goes to sleep. Sets out on an adventure, climbs a thing. Feels weak, starts with very little, discovers the treasure. Faces the giant. Gets the reward, gets the girl. Finds the harp. You know, the harp is an analogy, man, for finding something that you can get good at. Get good. You know, they say get good in Soulsborne games. You got to get good. Many of us are only getting good at video games. It takes 10,000 hours on average to really master something. The allure about video games is that it only takes about 50 hours, maybe hundreds of hours to get really good. If you ever play Warcraft, Call of Duty Warzone, you're going to be really damn good in about 50 hours to 100 hours. All right? So you get to master something much quicker, and then you're on to the next. And we seek this, we wonder why, like, it's so empty. Because it's so quick that you get good. It doesn't matter how good you get, it doesn't take 10,000 hours to get good. Okay, so like, the egg, the golden egg, the goose that lays golden egg, we all want to find a passion in life that pays and puts out golden egg. It'll pay for us. Listen, man, you don't get to find that right away. You don't get to find a passion that pays right away. You're not, maybe a few outliers that stumble upon something. Not how it works. Okay, not how it works. You have to begin to climb. You have to suffer a little bit, man. Really suffer. Work shit jobs. Do stuff you don't want. Learn skills that you don't like. Invest that time doing stuff you don't like. Then you might stumble upon something, and then you got to grow it. That takes time. It's not, I have, like I just can't tell you. It takes so much time. The woman, you guys want this. You want the princess right now. You haven't even begun to climb the beanstalk. What are you doing? Okay? Life is like this. Life is like this. You take an idea. Those are your beans, all right? You take an idea, and you just start throwing them out. You just throw them out here. Throw them out. Throw the seeds. And they fall on some soil. Hopefully it's good soil. You start to water it, and it starts to grow, right? You got to take care of it. You got to trim the weeds. You got to sort of water it daily. You got to do all that stuff. It takes time, and hopefully it grows into something that is going to give you some return on your investment. That's life, man. You get some magic beans, boom, magic idea, boom, throw them out there. All right? But it's not always easy. And it takes time to think about, like, life is a 30-year video game. And I know we live longer than that. I'm saying 30 years, like, dude, that's a long time. 30 hours is the average video game. Maybe longer, maybe less. But 30 years, that takes intense patience, intense discipline, focus for a long period of time. Okay, you know what? And it takes you being strong, dude. Like, let me tell you, like, again, strength is not celebrated. And one thing that's keeping us from feeling really great is that if I told you, hey man, go read this book. Read the Iliad by Homer. Okay, you see this and you're like, okay, that's cool. I'll do it. You read 2 pages and then you're like going back 2 pages and you're like this. Beep, bop, beep, boop. What did I read? What did I just read? Okay? And the reason that's so difficult, this would have been entertainment, man. This was Alexander the Great's favorite book of all time. Kept a special edition by his side. Conquered the known world at age like young 20s. Favorite book. And yet we will put this down to play Call of Duty. Because stimulus coming into our life constantly makes this kind of stuff boring. You see, but this is called productive leisure. And many of us these days, we don't have productive leisure. We just have leisure. If you can fill your life with productive leisure, listening to audiobooks in the car instead of music, reading instead of video games. It's okay to play a little bit of video games, man, but it's a dangerous, slippery slope. If you can only do an hour at night when you complete all your activities, fine, but are you getting to bed in time? Okay, are you like ruining your sleep? Are you doing your work? Are you setting yourself up where the next morning you're gonna play? It's like that's a dangerous slope, man. Leisure activities actually give you more investment, like you learn more vocabulary now. Now you have different creative thoughts. But my favorite is that low stimulus activities, what I like to call top shelf entertainment, actually makes your mind more calm. And it allows you to enjoy your environment and seek out opportunities that are in your environment, to actually see them that you wouldn't normally see if you are overstimulated. Because now your brain actually gets rewired when it's stimulated often. So keep that in mind. Keep it the low stimulus activities, the writing, the journaling, the going on walks, listening to audiobooks, reading, conversation, cooking yourself, trying new recipes, doing something that doesn't have a lot of intense input, slows down the mind, makes it calm, makes it present, develops king energy. All right, it's productive leisure. Keep that in mind. So we have to begin to again have strength. By the way, read that book, man. I'm gonna teach you just gonna show you immense strength. What was celebrated now? Again, we don't celebrate that these days. We celebrate that Epicurean lifestyle, the hedonistic lifestyle that ruins men and makes us crooked, makes our spines weak. We have to rise up, okay? And I'll leave you with this, wrapping up this king energy month. We've been talking about the king archetype. The king is much needed in a man. That energy is going to save us. So next month, we're moving to warrior. It's going to be so amazing. The warrior is what it's going to take these days. It's what gets things done. It's aggression. But the king energy, man, is absolutely necessary in our life. A centeredness, a groundness that we are lacking. And I'll tell you this, you can tell very quickly if someone has this energy in their life. Think about a king. Here's a king that's in his castle. He's chilling, man. He's got a strong castle. Now, what happens when this castle gets attacked? Someone comes to lay siege to this castle. The king's going to be chilling in there, dude. He's going to be like this. He's on his throne, chilling. Yep. They're at my walls. Doesn't matter. I got a strong castle. They can do this for days. Maybe he'll send a couple scouts up there to look how the army's doing. But he's going to be calm. He's going to be in his castle. Why have a castle? Why have a moat if it can't defend you? Now, many people, when you get weak, you have a very weak castle. And when you lay siege to a weak castle, two things can happen. You either get very defensive. The king, he loses his kingliness. He can't be like taking care of his kingdom, giving out all this, keeping people in check, doing good stuff for them, celebrating. He can't do that. He's got to be like at the ready, cortisol pumping. He's got all his soldiers out here on the wall. Everyone's got a bow strung. They're on the defensive. So either you get really defensive, attack mode. You see a lot of people that have weak kingdoms. They're always on the defensive. They're always spewing venom from their mouth, quick to tear you down, to attack. Or you see everyone in the kingdom go into the cellar. You see everyone go into the corridors, hide away, because they're scared. They're shy. And that's what a lot of men become. And they just accept it. It's easier to go to the basement and do nothing. It's easier to block out the world than actually be strong, to be in your kingdom, to watch as things goes on, to be in the world but not of the world, to watch as things goes on but not be too affected by it, to remain on your purpose and your mission. Okay? I'm telling you, you see it in the attitudes. So look at the people that get real nasty, weak kingdoms, always on defensive, always, really adamant about sharing their opinion and feeling like they're always being attacked. Weak kingdom, weak castle. And we can't be like that. Okay? Dude, that's it, man. Hope you guys are having a really blessed day. Stay motivated. Do whatever it takes. Don't accept the weakness. And it's a long progression. I don't want to hear any complaining on this channel. We gotta lift each other up. Let there be no complaining. We got and amongst your friends, don't let them complain either. And start doing it. It's summer. Get out there, play ultimate frisbee, hanging out. We're having a meeting on the 26th of July. Okay, if you're in Cleveland, join the Facebook group and come meet up with us. We're having a cookout. Gonna play some frisbee. Get your men together. Do what it takes. And by the way, yesterday I said, tell me your biggest problem. If you fill out the form below, tell me your biggest problem, and I'm going to help you solve it. I'm going to make you a personal response video telling you how to overcome that problem. All right? That still applies today. Fill out the form down below. Send that to me. Be descriptive. Don't just say, oh, I'm having finance problems. No. It's like, what are you doing, man? Tell me your problem, and I'll help you figure that out. Okay? That's it, guys. Have a blessed day. Remain strong, and share that energy with other people. I'll talk to you soon. Hi, Thumos. Peace.